So I brought this to you guys, and I did great numbers. You guys clicked on it. I made the big announcement that Islam's going to fight Charles Oliveira. I'd have to go back and look, but this was about 2 weeks ago. This is a good 10, 11 days ago. Somebody else backed me up. I mean, I didn't go break news. I got this story somewhere. Now, to share with you what my life looked like that day, I came in and made the piece. I heard this somewhere. It makes it to Twitter, whatever it was that I believe. They're going to do it in Abu Dhabi. I happen to think it was true. I come and bring the piece to you. Hey, it's going to be Charles versus Islam. What do you think of this thing? What are the odds going to be? The back and forth. Have a little discussion about it. I get up and leave. Now, what happens is these files, this video that you're watching, gets exported to California, and from California gets loaded to the internet. It takes a few hours. It takes 3 to 4 hours from the time I get done speaking to the time that you guys see it. In that interim, I call Ali. And I say, Ali, great job. You're the greatest manager. You got Islam the fight. Ali tells me, whoa, where'd you get that? He says, I'm sure as hell working on it. That's no secret. But no, I don't have Islam the fight with Charles. Well, I'm already hit. It's already released. This is working through its channels of cyberspace. The piece comes out, and then I kind of sit nice and mum for a while. Because even though I did that piece, and a couple of other people did, nobody's actually come over the top of it and said it's not. So, I believed it was. As a matter of fact, I thought Ali was withholding information that perhaps was none of my business. That's what I thought. Charles's coach came out today and said, no, we're not going to do the fight. And he said, why? How are you going to get out of a fight if you're champion of the world? If you are the champion of the world, how do you get out of a fight? Well, the way that Charles did. And I'm not telling you that he's out of it, by the way. I'm not telling you this fight isn't going to happen. You have fun, you go back and forth in the world of MMA. But this was right from Charles's coach. This is right from Lima. He said, look, we don't want to fight him. If you ever want out of a fight, that's the way. You've heard the expression, the truth will set you free. If you try to do any gamesmanship, you talk about a guy's not ready, isn't big enough. All the stuff that everybody did with Chimaev over the last 18 months, we all saw through it. You guys are scared of Chimaev. We all saw through it. Charles Oliveira's coach said we don't want to fight him. I got nothing. Do you? I have nothing that I can do with that. Now, Lima went a little bit further. And he said, listen, they want to take it to Abu Dhabi. First off, I'm not crazy about the judging in Abu Dhabi. I'm not. I think that it favors Islam Makhachev. I've even got some evidence of it. He said, and why should Charles, the champion, have to go into enemy territory for a defense? He's the champion. Come to Brazil and fight us. Now, that isn't how this sport works. That's not how Dana, you can't get all of these. Don't think you have to tell me these things. I like the point. I accepted it. I don't think the coach is pulling a swerve to have some big release down the road and he's trying to throw the audience off. A lot of times they do that. They want to do a reveal. They got a way that they want to do it. People start to sniff out their Ariel Hawanis of the world, start to find out, and they get it out, and guys will come out and deny it just to have the reveal and go, ha ha, gotcha, sorry, Ariel, I couldn't tell you. We see this in the sport all the time. It did not feel like that. Lima said, we're not going to fight Islam because we don't want to fight him. I have no rebuttal. And then he qualified the location. He qualified the fact that, hey, we're the champion. It was very interesting to me. And there was even talk, right? Because if you do Islam versus Charles, if we come out and we get that announcement, we're announcing more than Islam versus Charles. We're announcing what's not happening for Benny DeRouche, just by example. We're announcing what's not happening for Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje, just by example, right? You match two players up. All of a sudden, you got big questions. Now, there was a guy that fought over the weekend that looked awesome, passed up Conor, currently ranked number 9, and they're talking about maybe getting him together with Benny, which is not some massive fight. It's a colossally hard fight, but not for nothing. That's right in line with what DeRouche does. DeRouche does not speak up and steer his career. He works his ass off. He signs contracts. He goes out there and he competes. So it's kind of in line where you're starting to see these pieces. But if you do that with Benny, okay, you got to understand that. The same as if you take Charles and Islam off the board, You've now got a little exposure on the other guys. If you take Benny off the board, I'm very confident in telling you it's going to be Charles versus Islam. There's just not a whole lot of other options, and you always have the wild card of McGregor. And you could have Charles wanting to talk about waiting. I'm not in a hurry. I've made some money. What's Conor doing? Like, we have heard some of these phenomenons. But guys, ultimately, this brings me back to the topic I spoke to you about ad nauseum. I was the only one. Charles Oliveira is not the champion. And I feel like you've watched this piece for 5 minutes and 15 seconds until that just came out of my words. You're going, oh my God. That's right. I thought that he was. When Lima's talked about Charles as the champion, why should he have to go there? Why can't he defend? Why wouldn't it be in Brazil? I believe the whole thing. I had to go back and reset and go, wait a minute, he's not the champion. This is a vacant, these are both contenders. Nobody gets an advantage because nobody's defending and nobody's, they're both challengers. I only bring that to you. You might find that interesting. And I do believe that I'm right when I predicted for you a moment ago that you watched this entire piece believing that Charles was the champion and he was going to defend, and why should he have to go to Abu Dhabi? Why the hell can't he go to Brazil? He just went to enemy territory against Justin Gaethje in Justin's home state of Arizona. Why should he have to do this? He's not the champion. You got to consider that. What you want to do with that, you tell me. But as far as Charles and Islam and the big announcement I brought you a couple weeks ago, look, Ali told me, but I'd already released it. And now it's looking like, for now, that fight is not done.